all, I don't believe in numbers.
Don't get fooled. The sound of the final buzzer means it's hangover time. So grab a drink and join your host, ᴠɪᴇᴱᴜ, for a Miami Heat Beat post-game show.
Heat win! Heat win! Look at what an offseason does, motherfucker! Look at that shit! Huh? Oh, that shit burns, don't it, when both teams have equal fucking rest, don't it? Fucking Milwaukee Bucks. I hear, they were missing Drew Holiday. They were missing Brook Lopez. Bitch, that ain't 42 points worth of ass whooping. Drop 42 points on their ass. Listen, in my book, all right, my personal record book, this erases a sweep from last year because that was a fraudulent last fucking season. Fuck that shit. Right now, when you talk about Heat versus Bucks, we went 4-1 in the bubble. They went 4-0 last year. Listen, it's 5-5 right now. Game on. Heat first place in the Eastern Conference, baby. I'm not even going to talk that much. There's not that much to talk about because it was just an ass whooping. Front to back, side to side, backward and forwards. Bring me out, Brass. Let's bring in the crew. Season opener. I am ᴠɪᴇᴜᴜ, a.k.a. Alf954. Welcome into the second season of Hangover Time.
Yeah.
And we started this motherfucker off with a bang. No motherfucking Orlando Magic. We went up against the motherfucking champ and stopped a mud hole in their sorry ass. Tell me Brook Lopez would have changed some shit. Brook Lopez ain't changing shit with his drop defense having ass. I learned that from Siobhan. I don't know what the fucking drop defense is. I just know that big son bitch just sagged back and fucking Bam Adebayo was on this Kevin Garnett shit tonight. Giannis wishes he was fucking Bam from the elbow. Get the fuck out of my goddamn face. What is everybody drinking, Brass? Let's go. Bro, there was a Bucks fan in my mention tonight calling Bam Adebayo a first-round washout. First-round washout. Motherfucking Bam had, what he had tonight? 20 points, 13 rebounds, an assist, a plus motherfucking 30. Like, when the fuck does that happen? A plus 30? And guess what Giannis had? Giannis, 15 points, 10 rebounds, and a minus 25. Listen, Giannis wishes he was motherfucking Bam Adebayo. Moose, I hope you got some monkey shoulder on deck. Listen, we ain't even talking about no goddamn
trifecta over here. We got the monkey shoulder. We got the heroes, because you know what the night was. And we got a lot of other stuff here. But the one thing I want to talk about, besides just this total domination, is the way that we are just dancing after this first game to the sweet sounds of victory and Bucks fans' tears. Can I hit you one time with a drip drop?
Yes, Moose.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm drinking Tito's and Sprite or something, I think. It's been a long night.
I made it a long time ago.
Yes.
Long time ago. Tiff, what you drinking tonight?
All right, so disclaimer. I promised my kid I would use this cup even though she can't watch this shit. But I got Jack and Coke in here.
All right.
Out of a sippy cup. You'd be ashamed of your damn self.
I expected Joey to show up like that.
Karl Malone. Brass, what are you drinking tonight?
So I made one of my favorites. I made an old-fashioned, but not just an old-fashioned. I made a smoky old-fashioned. I got a smoker on my bar. So because we smoked their asses. It was an old-fashioned whooping this game. This was beautiful. This was one of the most fun games. You could say it's like a season opener No, this is like one of the most fun games ever. This is so good. I am so hyped for this.
I mean, mollywop their ass from beginning to end. Joey, you know that's the defending NBA champions, right?
I do. I
didn't know if you were aware of that. We covered it last year, but I don't know if you knew.
Oh, I was around. I'm aware.
Okay, just making sure.
Tonight is a special occasion, so I thought to bring a very special drink. That's right. The Kirkland hard seltzer. That's right, baby. The land. And I'm not talking about Cleveland. I'm talking about Kirkland. Thank you. And you know I'm all about diversity, so I had to get the black cherry. All right.
I hate you. Take him out.
Love it.
I hate you. Take him out.
Goodbye.
Oh, man.
Siobhan, what are you drinking tonight?
Tonight we have some Luna Nuda, a Pinot Grigio, and in this lovely glass is some wild turkey, some cranberry juice, some ginger beer, and some margarita mix. Because I felt like it.
Listen, whatever gets you through the night. I mean, because this game was over in the second quarter.
It was.
I fully listen. Not since nobody's watching. I fully expected the Heat to blow that 20-point lead. I fully expected it. But know what they did, Moose? They put their foot on their fucking neck. They finished the game. They didn't need. You know what they didn't need this season? They didn't need Jimmy to come back in after they blew a 15, 20-point lead with 8 minutes left to save their ass.
That's right.
They just they got a team on the ropes and they beat the living shit out of them.
Beat them up.
Alf, I am so glad you came to me with this one because I was even saying it in the chat. What had me most excited about tonight, I mean, everyone was playing well, except for maybe one person, but, we'll get to that later, Siobhan. We're not going to talk about Left Twix right now. But everyone was playing great, okay?
Stop it.
But what I loved about this team is that they came out with an aggression that we have not seen since they were in the bubble. Like, they've been saying that this is the kennel all off season. Yeah, they played like it. This team came out, they hit you first, and then just when you thought they were going to get back up and start fighting again, they fucking knocked them out and kept them back down. This is Miami Heat basketball. This is exactly what we were missing last year. PJ Tucker, I fucking love you. I know he's not going to play like this every single night, but this is the mentality that he's going to bring every single night, and we need that. He's
not going to score like this, but he's going to play like that.
Exactly.
Tiff, one thing Moose is saying is that this team, even what happened last year, they could get up by 15. Sip that sippy cup. They can get up by 15, but they had when the other team starts coming back, they had nobody to punch nobody in the mouth.
Right.
Trevor Ariza ain't punching nobody in the mouth.
Just as kid.
Looking like Snoop Dogg. I mean, he ain't really he don't have the physicality, and like they just didn't have those guys. Now they have guys like Deadman. They have PJ Tucker. They have Kyle Lowry, who plays physical, taking charges. I mean, they have these guys that when things slow down for them and bog down for them offensively, at least they can muck it up and beat the shit out of you for a little bit so they get their offense back.
Man, all I know is I'm gonna be looking for a new bit because Jimmy might not be playing Captain Save-A-Ho too much this season.
At all.
Can you guys imagine how rested we're going to be in the finals when we can bench our starters every fourth quarter? It's so good.
I mean, listen, I was
the most rested finals team ever.
It's going to be
Vincent finally got the minutes he deserved tonight. That's the only time I want to see Gabe Vincent. Not on the marquee at the end of a blowout in the fourth quarter.
It's going to be the anti-Knicks. It's going to be anti-Knicks. All our stars are going to play 28 minutes a game. All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Just a little bit.
Someone's like, Yurt cooked him at the end. Yeah, he cooked those fucking.
Yes, he did. Yes,
the
he did.
four stringers. Anyway, I'm not gonna go in on Yurt tonight. We're having too much fun.
I'm going on Yurt. Never.
Joey, how much fun did you have tonight watching that game?
I mean, come on. I had a special K, Kirkland. I had a cold one. A mango. I treated myself. That first quarter was better than sex. I've heard. Never had it, but I have heard good things about it. But the rest of the game was cool too. Yes, yeah, birds and the bees. Okay, or as she likes to call it, Bert and the bees. Her new boyfriend, it's Bert. His name's Bert. Anyway, had a lot of fun watching this game. I wish I was there, but I wasn't. Back in the garage. Let's go.
Siobhan. Okay, even without Brooke, without Drew. Like this is a convincing win over the NBA final champion. Like this is a convincing ass win to open the season. And I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Listen, yes I am. But like, what are your takeaways from tonight? Things that you could see going forward.
So I don't know. Well, the things that I hope we see going forward is an aggressive Bam. He came out from the jump and knew that like he was needed to score and to be aggressive and to like, assert himself. That Bam keeper, the mid-range shot, like all of those things were there. Things that should continue. PJ's aggression, like the defensive tenacity should continue. They did a lot of things, and yeah, Brooke and Drew weren't there, and I do think that they are important to them. But like Tiff said in the chat, like it's important that this team had a team that was down and played like they were playing against an undermanned team. They didn't stoop down to the level of all of the other randoms that were playing for Milwaukee.
They didn't let Nwara go off.
Yeah, they had our A team was there and they played like the A team. And so regardless of who lines up, in front of them going forward, they need to bring that same level of aggression. I love Jimmy looking to score. Oh God, that feels fantastic.
Listen, we're gonna get to Jimmy in a second, but you brought up Bam Adebayo, and before we will be remiss to not bring this up because we've been out here on Twitter promoting it on the timeline. Some of you guys that don't follow us on Twitter, find us on YouTube, find us on Twitch, find us on Instagram. We have a special edition Bam Adebayo jersey created by Casey Bannerman. If you could put that up, Brass.
Ooh,
this shit is so fucking fire.
Get it.
If you watch the last
quality too, nice quality.
I mean, it's official quality. It's an official quality jersey. If you watch the last episode of Hangover Time, Gianni had a sample. Like it's a real jersey. This shit is fire as fuck. Like everyone on the timeline's going crazy.
And extremely limited.
It is a limited edition. We are only how long are we selling these for?
I don't know, about a week, roughly.
Yeah,
I mean, just
long.
get it.
I think we're selling for like 7 days. It's a limited time. You get in, and if you don't get in, it's done. Like we're selling these out. Like I think we've already sold over 100 today. We dropped it like 4 hours ago.
Yes.
So these things are going to sell out because we have a limited supply. So go ahead and put that one up one more time, Brass. Go to this website, write it down. I don't know how to. If you can't click on it. We should put something in the chat at CaseyBannerman.com. Go ahead and get yours. And another thing that Bond just brought up is Jimmy Butler looking to score. And Jimmy Butler did something tonight I ain't seen in a motherfucking minute. So go ahead, Brass. We're gonna hit you with that ga of the game.
Whoa.
Do it.
All right, so here go Jimmy with the defense. Look ahead, and here we go. Now, what's important about this? It's not just a dunk, but look where Jimmy's forehead is on this dunk.
Yeah,
how many times last
Got
year?
that bounce back.
We saw Jimmy sneaking dunks over the rim all year last year. Where we're like, is he going to make it or is he going to lay it in? His forehead is about to hit the rim. We have not seen this spry of a Jimmy Butler in almost over a year at this point.
Yeah.
Like, look at the bounce in those legs.
We're going to be saying it all year about all of these guys. Like, you can't underestimate rest. Look at that. He could jump again.
Yep.
I haven't seen that Jimmy Butler in so long. And I said it in the preseason, guys, those passing lanes ain't safe.
Yeah.
You better be sure where the fuck you're going with the ball because everybody on this Heat team is trying to get their arms out in that passing lane, tip that ball, and get out on the break. And these guys are doing it.
And they want to get out. They want to run. We've had so many times last season where we might have had opportunity for transition and just just walk it up because tired legs, old age, all of these things. Yes, first game super, rested and rejuvenated, but they want to get it out. They want to get it ahead. It's fun.
It's those easy baskets. You can't turn down free baskets.
Yeah.
And when you got your head up, and who was that running the break? You had Bam on one side and somebody on the other side. Then a different time you had Tyler on one side, somebody else. Like they are running, they're filling the lanes, and whoever has the ball is looking. So nobody's being selfish. Everybody's getting their shots. Now you got to make them, but everybody's getting them.
Yeah.
They're spread
you
out
can't-
around. Go ahead.
Tiff, you can't score 137 points in the game without some easy baskets.
Right.
And what were we lacking last year? I mean, just easy everything was laborious. Like Moose, the offense last year was terrible. And then you got this offense. Yeah, go ahead.
It was just constantly stifled. You could see
Constipated.
Exactly. And it's kind of like to what Bon was talking about. They just want to play defense and get out and run. And that's going to be affecting the offense as well. Last year, they weren't necessarily doing that. We saw them. They weren't playing with this aggression last year. And that's going to translate on both the defense and the offense. That's going to lead to easier baskets.
Yeah.
And honestly, I should have went to Moose for this, but too bad.
Appreciate that.
Tiff, one thing, I mean, fucking Tyler playing the role he would not.
This is what we said he was supposed to be doing.
Playing the role he's supposed to play.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I never doubted that
Get the
kid for a
ball.
minute.
Always been
Nah.
my favorite player.
Always.
Always.
Don't look at no old episodes. I've always said Tyler Herro. That was a long time ago. Long time.
That was last year. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
That was last year.
that was 2020. Some shit.
Bringing up old
You
shit.
know, just because motherfucker said he's not a point guard, don't mean he's not serviceable. He's not a
Doesn't
point
mean
guard.
he's not a motherfucking baller.
Yes.
Come on,
Oh, he's definitely a baller.
Sure.
Bucket.
He's definitely a baller.
He
But
knows
nobody's
that.
asking him to be a point guard.
Yeah.
But you know what's
Exactly.
funny? When you don't ask him to be a playmaker,
He
He's
playmates.
facilitating.
And look how much more comfortable he is. Look how much because he's doing it naturally within the flow
They
of the
took
game.
the pressure off and said, "You do you." That's
Schmeaton
it.
said you don't know big words on, usually.
listen, let me tell you guys something.
Laborious.
Let me tell you something. I was in gifted classes. You know what I'm saying? I am very verbose. All right.
Ooh.
Listen, I used to write for Heat Beat, but they don't pay enough.
True.
Well,
But let's go to another unsung hero. It's time for our favorite, our man's. Listen, backup center, taking care of business, look at that jersey. Stand up real quick, Brass.
Frankie, but
There you go.
Joey, what is that?
My man taking on that UD motherfucking role.
Joey, what is
What the fuck are you doing?
I have no idea what Joy was doing, but I'm with it.
me?
When clowns get out of line, they call in the mechanic to fix some shit. Let's go to one of our favorite segments, Devin's Garage.
My favorite though, that old black man that work on everybody's car in the black neighborhood. You know, you need a little carburetor fix or something, you go to him, he be talking to you whole time with his just hanging off his lip. What you got there now? What you got a Plymouth? Yeah, bring that back around here for my 4 o'clock. There ain't no goddamn problem. I'll put a carburetor on there for you. I used to work out the plant 15 goddamn years. I'll put a carburetor on there for you. Nigga, just bring me back a pair. Boy, you know what, boy? You look like your goddamn daddy. You don't look like you leave.
Okay, so we got a couple of big
Siobhan,
Devin
please.
plays. Sorry.
Favorite mechanics. Favorite mechanic.
Sponsored by
Thanks.
Disney Live.
Now we can go.
Yes. Mr. Goodrich be calling this motherfucker. First he gets the rebound. I forgot what play this was. Devin's coming up. Look at, his chemistry with Jimmy. First of all, his chemistry with Jimmy is second to none. Look at him. He's like, where should I go? Oh no, I know what to do. Jimmy got the ball. I just gotta wait for this motherfucker Moo, whatever his name is,
Wait
to
till
go
they fall
collapse
asleep.
on Jimmy. And here we go.
It's very uncle and his favorite nephew.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And
Like they
up
spent
and-
all summer working on a carburetor and just talking about basketball.
And up and under on your bitch ass. Look at him.
Actually,
Oh, you thought I had no finesse?
Oil change.
Devin, motherfucker.
Here's the next one.
Here's the next one. Okay, listen. We argued in the chat about floor spacing. This is all the floor spacing you need right here. Look at my man. He said, "Oh, he said, hey, what do you say, Moose? Moose likes to say, young buck." he said, "Hey, young buck, don't let me get that right."
Real quick, young buck.
Ooh.
Let me see that thing, young buck.
Smooth as hell, man.
Sorry, the
What you talking about, young buck? Hit him one time
Yes.
with a trip.
One more
Boy,
time.
I was shooting this shit when you was in your daddy's nutsack.
Hit him with that.
He said, "Oh, you gonna let me get my feet set?" I got 2
Don't let me get
feet.
my
I
feet
had a
set.
whole off season.
Damn.
Don't let me get my feet set.
That's what he said. I think that shit. He's like, "Don't let me get my feet set," because listen.
No, but for real, if we can get like
the gout
at
done
least
cleared
2
up.
of those a game, if we can get 2 of those a game from Deadman, because I was not expecting that. I know we shot it a little bit in the preseason. I really didn't think we were going to see it tonight. That threw me back.
It was all in rhythm. He got easy baskets at the rim. Then what he followed it up with a wide open 3. It was all in rhythm. So between Jimmy and Kyle, how they can get people in the right position, this is what it should be looking like.
Yeah.
Well, and when Devin was in Atlanta and we played them a few times, he hit 2 or 3 of those every game against us. Yeah. Like this is not new for him. They're asking him to do something different. They're asking him to be a true big because they don't have a lot of those. And listen, I know we're going to talk about Keith a little bit later. We're trying to keep it positive right now. But I do appreciate the things that PJ Tucker, Bam Adebayo, Markieff Morris, Dwayne Dedmon bring to this team that we just didn't have last year. So even when these guys aren't hitting shots, as long as they're doing things like this to motherfuckers who are getting out of line, because there was a guy on the Bucks,
tell him,
a product of some of the worst nepotism the NBA has ever seen.
The worst.
Just a straight scrub bum, just doesn't belong in the NBA. But he's out here. He's flagrant fouling people in the face. Almost took out our young buck Kyle Lowry. We haven't even gotten to Kyle Lowry, by the way.
Is he a young buck?
I mean, our old buck Kyle Lowry.
Yeah,
I mean,
old blood.
Old blood.
But this, I mean, just this waste of a roster spot was out here just haphazardly playing basketball, and somebody had to check him. So we have we're gonna get into some more Dedmon right here. Someone had to take care of it. Go ahead, Brass.
He's the biggest scrub in the family.
All right, so we got a few plays from Thanasis tonight.
Just the Greek geek.
So here we go. Here's.
Ugh.
Look at this fucking flopper, man. I'm so sick of him.
He must have a SAG card.
Hey.
Look at this. Watch your. Look, even Spo is like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, you did.
Thanasis.
He puts the ass in Thanasis. Look at this.
Did Thanasis
Look at that
do
shit,
that?
man. Only Kyle Lowry should be able to get away with shit like that.
He's the worst.
And then the fist pump when he gets
fist
up.
pump. There he goes.
What?
Look at that. Nailed it.
Siobhan.
Nailed
I'm so
it.
glad
Look at
you
that
called
fucking fist pump.
Yeah.
That
jerk
Oh,
off.
this is the best play I have in my arsenal.
Thanasis.
Got their
Bum.
ass.
Awful.
All right, what you got next, Bryce?
Let's see.
Oh, look at
my
that.
God.
Real nice.
Slimy. I tell you, I said on the timeline earlier, like Kyle already getting the Goron calls, man.
Yep.
Yes.
Like he is fitting right in. That's exactly something they went and they checked to see if it was a flagrant. It wasn't. They were like, common foul. But look at this.
They just
we
see
call
Seth.
grease
What was he
They think it's
doing?
the same. Yeah.
Kyle brought the ball down, so the level of where his arm was in the ball area.
Thanasis.
Bond, stop it. That was assault.
But then Dedmon
Take
followed
care
up.
of business.
Look at the, oh my God.
Oh,
God.
It's the extra
him a
neck
call
pop
back.
at the end.
Yeah, you see that? The extra.
the extra
Watch the
one.
delay here.
One.
Mm-hmm.
Over here we go.
get your sorry ass out my face.
Come on.
Oh, Deadman, look at a look from Deadman, man. Deadman a lifer for that.
Look could kill.
Look at that stare.
He gonna meet him in the parking lot. I bet he cut his brake lines.
Oh, it's a great skill.
Oh my God!
I guarantee you, Devin cut his brake lines in the parking
Definitely cut the
lot.
brake lines.
Gave him a crazy estimate, you know.
Oh, that battery gonna run you
God.
about $350.
It's a
For a
lithium.
battery?
I do want to call out some subs, actually. So thank you so much for coming out to season 2 of Hangover Time, and we really appreciate all the support on Twitch. And let's see. So who we got? We got Eric the Great gave out 5 tier 1 subs.
He's great. He's great.
Kurt, he's amazing. Kerner
great.
Kid resubscribed with Prime. Vane Hype gifted a 1-month tier 1 sub to Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Love it.
Good.
We also have Jack of Diamonds resubscribed for a month at tier 1. Said, what a start to the season.
Thank you, Jack of Diamonds.
PK Viking 30 resubscribed a month at tier 1. He said, Thanasis is a player hater, by the way. I agree. DJ Medi Major resubscribed for 1 month at tier 1. Said, if Herro maintains that consistency this year, we're going to be incredible.
I already told everybody.
Bubble Tyler is back.
I already told everybody. It is the year of the drip drop.
I Can Be Your Hero gave out 10 tier 1 community gift subs. So thank you so much. I Can Be Your Hero. Thank you, Christian. Miami Heat guy gave out 5 tier 1 subs.
Ooh.
Vane Hype gifted a 1-month tier 1 sub to Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Love it. Hope he tunes in.
312001 gave out 5 tier 1 subs. And Propaganda gave out 5 tier 1 subs. So thank you so much. You guys make our world run. We're not even kidding.
We want to hit the subscribers one time. No, I'll invite Brass. You know, it's award winner. I got
Award winner.
Drip drop award
Am I going
winner.
to drink it out of this or out of my award?
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll just drink it
I'm
out of
gonna
this.
hit the chat one time.
Hit him one time with a drip drop.
I don't embellish with that.
You started the fucking embellishment, man. Oh my God.
Someone said Leo says he needs a sub, so someone throw him a sub. Or just pay for yourself, motherfucker. $4.99. Come on.
Meatball, chicken tender, turkey. What do we got?
What do you got?
What are we talking about?
Before we go forward, we got Bond's breakdown, fan favorite, of course. But what about the fact that, okay, without Brook Lopez in, and even if Brook Lopez was in, I think PJ Tucker would have got that assignment.
Yeah.
You put Bam on Giannis for an entire game because you're not worried about you're not as worried about penetration. Sorry, phrasing. You're not as worried about penetration from the guards because you have guard defenders. Duncan Robinson is a better defender this year. Tyler Herro out here fighting over screens, holding his own. Like, I'm telling you, they are taking that lead from Kyle Lowry. The guards on this team, like, it's no longer Kendrick Nunn and Goran Dragic. And, like, we're just like, holy shit, Bam. You don't see Bam switching out on guards all the time. Bam's primary defensive assignment was Giannis, and he held him to 4 of 11, 15 points, and a minus 25 on the night. Like, Tiff, how big is that going forward? Oh, we lost you, Tiff.
Oh, we lost you, Tiff. Oh, we lost you.
I think she's muted.
No, I don't see the mute button.
2 words? A movie?
Yeah.
That's okay.
And Viv?
That's okay.
Bond. Bond. Bam being able to guard the other team's best big and not have to worry about a Brook Lopez or not have to switch out on the Steph Currys and the Dame Lillards of the world. Like, what does that mean for the Heat defense going forward? Like, and then Bam with 13 rebounds. Like, when's the last time we seen that? He's in position to get rebounds. He's under the basket. He's getting easy points.
That's what it means for the Heat defense, right? That we can now close defensive possessions with defensive rebounds. You know, the the possession on defense isn't finished until you are able to secure the rebound. There were so many possessions last season where we would play 23.7 seconds of great defense.
Yep.
Someone would throw some bullshit, but they would get offensive rebounds. And one of the best times to shoot a three is off of an offensive rebound. And so people were just grabbing boards and either going back up or spraying it out. And we were just getting shot in the face. It means a lot, right? Like with him and PJ and Jimmy and whoever else we're able to utilize defensively, them two, PJ and Bam can be in a trap. Jimmy can be playing free safety. PJ and Jimmy could be in a trap. Bam could be roaming. Like just having him in position in the back line where he's able to communicate and put other guys in the right spots. And it takes a lot of like some of the wear off of his body. He's not having to do all this lateral motion, keeping up with with other people's guards. I think it does a lot for him. His conditioning, his just the whole all around Miami package.
And I also want to say that Kendrick Nunn, someone just mentioned in the chat, Kendrick Nunn leaving this team does make them defensively better. I mean, we added a lot of great pieces, but also we must point out the Los Angeles Lakers are 0-7 since adding Kendrick Nunn to their roster.
I mean, listen, you can't.
I'm just putting that out there.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. That's all I gotta say. Also, I'm not gonna get on Precious. I was gonna do a Precious.
No. We like Precious.
Toronto Raptor fans already calling for him to be benched, but I was told he was a superstar. Anyway,
year two.
I know, but preseason overreactions.
Yeah, can you imagine giving up on a player in their second year? What a bunch of fucking idiots!
Tua. And on that note, time for Bond's breakdown.
Oh, hold on. Let me break it down so it can forever and consistently be wrote.
I don't even have too much to analyze. They did things that I've been asking, that we've been asking. They did things that were available for them to do. A few offense and something that was important defensively. Go ahead, Brass. Here. Pause. Duncan's gonna fly up, clear out that side, run there from the top. Super simple, not even a bunch of action happening. Duncan's gonna come off this fake screen and we get an aggressive Bam to the basket, right? A Bam keeper, if you will. That's there. It's always there for him in a little bit of other, types of looks, but just the mentality to go get it.
Crotty said he learned that from Kelly.
Yeah, he did.
Which I thought that was kind of racist. Like, why does Crotty have to give Kelly the credit?
Like the Green Book.
God damn it.
Oh, God.
So, what we have here, pause for us.
The Jeff Green Book.
The giggles
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Mom. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Russ.
Okay.
Same thing, right? Taking looks that are available to them. In that drop, this pick and pop, pause. Look at all that space. Roll the tape.
Yep.
Shoot the ball.
Kevin Garnett shit.
Finally.
He missed it. I don't give a fuck. He shot it.
Every time.
He should have shot it.
That's right.
Go to the next
How many times did we scream that last year?
Just shoot, man.
Yep.
That's
Exactly.
it. What's this?
Because he made enough of them.
Oh, same thing, right? All of this space off of the drop. And pause. Pass the space. This is a little bit further out than I would have liked to see. You take a runner, but he's been working on his runner. He's been working on the floater, and he came into some space that was available to him. Go ahead. Missed it. I don't care. He took the space. He took the opportunity. He took the shot that was presented, and then great defense right here. Y'all thought y'all had one. Psych. And then last thing was the start of the game, right? They ran the same look. Pause it. They ran the same look in their first possession and their second one. The first one, they're going to switch. We switch this defensively. Go ahead. Boom, just diagonal screen. Bam and Kyle switch. We get a turnover. They're going to go back down here. I think Bam gets this bucket. And then coming right back, though, Milwaukee's going to run the same thing. And I don't remember how the play ends, but Miami corrects themselves. They don't switch. Bam fights over the top. And those are the types of things that, like, we need to do. We don't need to be switching Kyle onto Giannis or Tyler onto Giannis or whomever else. Good rotation. Great fucking foul, PJ. That's what you should be doing. Giannis
Love
should
that,
get easy
man.
shit.
That's what we brought
We
him
don't get easy stuff at the rim.
good.
But the
Put that on a
take me
shirt.
out. The intent of correcting the switch, right? Knowing that they switch and that they put themselves in a bad position the first time, fixing it on the second look. Good defense, great defense, and offensively, we took the stuff that was available, that's been available, but now we're starting to actually look to do.
Bon, who was going to take that foul on Giannis last year? We didn't have that guy.
No, it was supposed to be Trevor, maybe Avery.
Listen, Trevor tries that foul on Giannis.
Trevor's bouncing back. Trevor.
Oh yeah, it barely registers its contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moose's right. Jack's radio calls are so weird. Is the radio call bad?
I'm glad she called that out because I'm enjoying kind of tuning in to Jax more just because it's like I love Jax, but he's really bad on the radio, man. He forgets that he has to tell you what you cannot see. Like he's just so focused on getting off whatever clever line he thought of, which is a good line. But like I have no idea how we got there.
He's so worried about the bang, he forgets everything else.
Exactly.
You know what's funny?
Wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
So we're gonna act like we didn't just hear Joey?
I just hear Joey belch. We just gonna let that go. We gonna keep going.
Oh, that's that Kirkland shit, bro. That shit gonna
Y'all
put me
didn't hear
inside.
that?
What you know about the Costco? Hey.
Look at this tweet from Bucks After Dark tonight. Ooh, before the game.
Giannis
about to drop 40 on Bam's head tonight.
No, it's not. That's not what happened.
His arm looked good though.
Unfortunately,
I'm sorry.
It's got veins.
You saw it.
What happened?
Nah, that's
got
the net.
veins
That's a
and
net.
stuff.
Don't get fooled by that shit.
That's a shadow from the net.
Don't get
I'm
fooled.
looking at the tanness of an arm. Not
Honestly,
the
after
shadow
Jimmy's
of the
stupidly locked in picture last year, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
question all those muscle photos. But he's stupidly locked in. Turns out it was the hair.
I love
with
it.
Jimmy.
What
'cause
do you guys
you-
think about the hair? You like it?
Hey man,
Love
after
it.
watching Jimmy tonight, I'm fucking with it.
I
It
love
looks
it.
much better on
thing.
Jimmy
I'm
than
getting
it
the
did
same
on
thing.
Dwayne.
Did you?
Oh, listen, it's cultural appropriation, Joe. You can't do that.
Oh, all
He
right.
can if he films it for the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Honestly, if it's for the show,
Joey's getting braids, baby.
Jesus.
Jesus would look better with braids. All I'm saying. Imagine Jesus
Are we out?
there.
Is that it?
We
Are
out.
we-
Oh my
Eh,
no, Joey got a whole stand-up set to do.
Those are 3 outs.
I should have just stayed out.
Come on now. New season, baby.
Well, go.
You ready,
Okay,
Joey?
so before we get to Joey,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
No, it's
Brass, you got something?
huh?
Because I was going to say we've been very positive all night, and we are known for our positivity. No, we're not. But there are 2 borderline negatives that we can talk about. And listen, we are on the show. We call a spade a spade. Johnny, I can say that. Don't you ever say that shit again.
Jesus
Calling
Christ,
you
I forgot
out, bro.
about
On that, you don't ever call a spade a spade. I can say that. You cannot.
He's a big fan of cards.
He deals at the
played spades in his life.
He deals at the Coconut
Big fan
Creek
of cards,
Casino.
not Nikias.
Jesus.
Oh,
Wait,
take
add
yourself out.
context to the bag.
Take
I'm not taking
yourself
myself out because that was Gianni's fuck
That
up
was
last
great.
time.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll have the clip next time.
But we do call shit like we see it, and we're gonna open the floor to this. Duncan Robinson tonight. I love Duncan. I thought he played fantastic defense tonight. Like that starting lineup, that defense works because there's no holes. And Duncan, you can't hunt Duncan anymore. I'm sorry, you can't. Like I saw a couple times George Hill try to hunt Duncan, and Duncan's like, no, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I got 90 million. I got respect right now, brother. I was standing up Jabari Parker in this preseason. Respect my motherfucking name, George Hill. You know what I'm saying? So they're putting Duncan Robinson on two guards. He moves his feet very well. We know he's super well conditioned, and it's hard for two guards to just get around him. But okay, even for that, he was 2 for 8 from 3-point land tonight. He had total of 8 points. The defense was good. He's a plus 29. But are we concerned about Duncan? I'm doing it again, Moose.
Okay, let me speak. I'll be very brief. I'll be very brief on this. I am not concerned about Duncan. There needs to be an adjustment in the game. I'm not concerned about his ability. Again, defensively, he has improved consistently since he has been on this team. He will get there. And listen, this team now, the way it's structured, we scored 137 points, and Duncan Robinson scored 8 points. Okay? So concern is not the word. I mean, keep an eye on it.
Something to monitor.
Did I trust the ball in Max Strus's hands maybe a little more tonight? Yeah.
Yes.
Strus was loose, baby.
Sure.
He's more dynamic offensively.
Yes.
He's better.
But
he's better.
But
he is not
Duncan. I still
Gianni.
think Duncan. This is not the first time. This is not the first time Duncan has started off a season kind of slow, and then he gets it, and then he ends up still breaking his own numbers. No, I'm not concerned. Go on. Go next. Whoever.
I'll give you my take on Duncan. Whether he's making them or not, he's so important to what they do in that starting lineup. Because if you don't put Duncan out there, one of the most respected 3-point threats in the entire league, man, that lane becomes locked the fuck up. Because ain't nobody guarding Bam or Jimmy beyond free throw line extended, right? Yeah. You got to guard Lowry. PJ, everyone knows where PJ gonna be. He gonna be in that corner, chilling, waiting, saving his energy for rebounds and defense. If you don't have Duncan out there, it makes your offense. It's very easy to pick apart your offense. So I want Duncan to hit more shots, but I'm not concerned. I think his gravity and his value are in his presence. And I know his numbers are going to go down this year because you know what? They can score 137. I think Moose was saying 137 with Duncan only scoring 8 points because the offense isn't predicated on dribble handoffs to Duncan Robinson.
Right.
And if they're not predicated on that, Duncan Robinson's numbers are going to go down, but his presence, his importance it's more important than ever.
Joey, you had something?
Joey,
I was saying it's going up. I was just doing like a Panama situation.
Oh, thank you, Joey, for your
That's good for the podcast.
Last thing,
great for the podcast.
Besides Duncan, we scored 137 points. Duncan had 8 points. Kyle Lowry had 5.
Yeah.
There are other things that these players do to prop up other players. And again, Duncan's presence, the threat of Duncan Robinson, who's an insane shooter, that changes, and that scares other teams. And honestly, Kyle Lowry, did he shoot well tonight? No, absolutely not. But still, he was still effective. You could still feel the presence. And do you know why Kyle Lowry is that way on this team? Culture.
Okay.
There you go. Taking a sip. Go ahead, Bon.
I feel like a lot of things can be true at the same time. So the way that they utilize him is important because of the threat that he is. Does that necessitate that his numbers should go down because of the other pieces around him? No, I don't think. He still got up 8 good looks. And it's not like this is the first game of the season or the preseason that he's, not really shot up to, let's say, his standards. He's going to get the looks. They're just going to come differently. That doesn't mean that he should be it should be expected that he misses more because they come differently. He's not getting them flying off the horns on the dribble handoffs, but he's getting a lot of catch and shoots, a lot of different 3-point looks. I just think he's should hit them or will begin to hit them. Is it a problem? No, I guess not, unless it continues. But the idea that his numbers are just automatically going to go down because there are other weapons, I think it's kind of a fallacy because he's still getting the looks. He's just not hitting them.
I think him getting he got 10 shots tonight. I think there's going to be a lot of games he gets 7, 8 shots. That's when I say his number
like 3, 4, 5 of those
out of 8.
8.
I mean, that's going to be unprecedented numbers. Like if he hits 5 out of 8, he's going to be the greatest 3-point shooter in the history of all time. Like it's it's going to be hard for him to go 5 of 8 from 3 every night.
Well, the idea should be with this unit, he doesn't need to go 5. He doesn't need to shoot 8 threes a night.
That's what I'm saying.
There's so many avenues that are open to him that the point is his scoring doesn't have to drop. He just needs to take what's there. He needs to take that 15-foot shot. He needs to take those backdoor cuts. Like all of that's right there for him. He doesn't have to go down in points. He just has to get his points in different ways. That's just it.
You score 137 points.
But this is just one game.
I know, I understand that, but they have more options.
Yeah, but this game
we know, but we have to also be realistic and know we're not going to score 137 every night.
We may score 138.
We need to be realistic to understand that if he was averaging 14, 15 points a game without a well-run offense where he was the focal point, like it's going to go down to 11, 10 points a game. It's not any different. Like if he scores 10, 11 points a game this year on efficient shooting, I'm fine. I'm with Siobhan on the point that he needs to be efficient. Like if he loses his efficiency, then that's an issue. And then what's going to happen if teams aren't going to respect him as much, and that's going to clog up the lane.
Right.
But at the same time, if teams don't respect him as much, that's when he's going to start to go off. I hope.
This is a good point by Ace 101.95. My only negative was it felt like we missed free throws, but I haven't seen the percentage. The percentage tonight was 64.5%. Yeah. 20 out of 31. That with this team is unusual.
Yeah. Duncan missed a free throw, got a second chance, and missed the motherfucker again.
Again. Yeah, came up short again.
2 times.
And Bam was 2 of 5. From the line.
Yeah.
The Caleb Martin numbers.
No one did terrible. I mean, Bam was really the worst. I mean, Jimmy was 9 for 11. So it wasn't like terrible, but I wasn't going to say it. But, that's something, whatever. My point is, I wanted to get to 138 because the New York Knicks, who the NBA cannot stop hyping up right now, scored 138 points last night, which is true. But it took 2 overtimes against essentially a Jason Tatumless Celtics.
Oh, my God. No, not Jason Tatumless. Jason Tatum was playing for the fucking Knicks.
That's true. That's true. Big pickup for the Knicks, actually.
Jaylen Brown was doing everything he could. It was Jaylen Brown versus Jason Tatum last night. Yeah. And Jason Tatum ended up winning, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so the other negative, Markieff Morris.
It's not a negative.
Do it.
A team worst plus
not
2.
In the mix tonight.
It's not as positive as the other things.
He's 7 points.
Less positive.
A team worst plus 2 in a 42-point route. they almost lost the Markieff Morris minutes. I'll let Bond go. What do you like? What is your take on Markieff and what he brings to the table?
My take is that I don't know realistically what people are wanting him to do or expecting him to do. Maybe we're not familiar with Markieff's game or what it is that he brings. If you're asking Markieff to be a floor spacer from above the break threes, I think you're asking the wrong things. If you are asking Markieff to hustle and to be grimy and to play defense and to make layups and to use his body in the mid-range, mid-post area, I think, yes, Carla Tiana, I don't know why he's taking fadeaway jumpers. Those are not the areas where he should be shooting. Those are not the areas where I think he can be effective. He doesn't help us there, taking off balance, Dirk Nowitzki type shots. But the idea that like he's a bust or like, of no usage, I think is incorrect.
Tiff, when I look at Keith, I want him to just come in there and hey, bruh, look what PJ Tucker's doing and do the exact same fucking thing. Don't do nothing different. Do not, I swear to God, do not put the ball on the floor and spin move at the free throw line. Nobody wants to see that shit. Don't fade away. Nobody wants to see your footwork, bruh. Nobody.
He thinks he's Omar Yurtseven. Like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, he swears he's Yurt. But like, Tiff, I just don't like if Keith just went out there and played bully ball, rebounded, and Tiff, Siobhan and I had a big argument. We had an argument in the chat about him shooting threes. All I want him to do is shoot corner threes. Make them or not. What's that?
Ethan says Markieff Morris is Mo Harkless with the gym membership.
No, come on. Markieff at least got
Markieff
more stats in the game one than Mo had the entire season.
Right.
But what are you expecting from Keith? Because all I want Keith to do is to be a shitty facsimile of PJ Tucker. That's all I want.
But if you notice, if he actually gets the ball in the right position in the post, he doesn't need to be PJ because he's big. He bullies everybody that guards him under the basket. He needs to get the ball right next to the basket. If he's dribbling, one dribble. You need one dribble.
That's it. If you take more than one dribble,
that's all he needs. Did you watch him tonight when he was under the basket? Nobody could stop him from getting
automatic within 3 feet.
Bully ball.
Those plays where they run and they'll like have Duncan screen across for like a Jimmy or Bam. Those are the areas. Screen across for Markieff. Let him position right there and go up.
Or let him just roll.
Yeah.
Screen across and let him roll right to the basket. That's all he needs to do. They can't stop him under there. I don't want to see him shoot no fadeaways, no threes, that one-legged step back knee up in the air. I don't like that.
Yeah, what is he doing on that?
That's it.
And shoot your threes when you're warmed up. Like you were talking about Dedmon. Dedmon got some layups and then extended. Keith, no, that needs to be your same formula. Get some layups, get some of these, and then work it out.
I also think he was pressing a little bit in the second half too. Like he was just trying to get the ball in the basket and just shooting up whenever he had a chance. And
he was. And he was dribbling too goddamn much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
We could really use a, Bielitsa type.
That'd be great.
Listen.
You can't because Spo doesn't want to use him in that way. Like, that's the reality. The way that he plays, they don't want him to play that way. They want him to play.
Let me loose, coach.
Exactly.
I'm Euro Magic Johnson, bro. What are you talking about?
Spo don't want
man's Jokic.
Belly left the Heat and started balling. Mo left the Heat and started balling.
For losing teams.
But that stuff is not long term. People
Kelly left the Heat and started balling.
Looters in a riot
in
though.
garbage time. In garbage time, people talk about all the time like, look at all the what players have left the Heat and flourished. But honestly, you cannot by not playing. Literally, if Spo just didn't play him, maybe.
Really cheese.
Although, except that 30 and 11, we
bro, can we
lost
laugh at the fact that the Lakers, with all these offseason acquisitions, these Joey laughed.
You need to go see Mr. Dedmon.
Woo!
Go, Joey. Go do your shit.
That's all he's got.
No, all these offseason acquisitions, and for space and defense, they brought in Avery Bradley to close the game for them. Like, I mean, how fucking funny is that? Like, they close a game, all these big names. We got Melo, we got this, we got that. We picked up Kendrick Nunn and Malik Monk. It's over for the rest of the league.
They constructed a roster like Stu Gatz constructs a fantasy football team. Like they go for the name. It's like, oh my God, they're available. Holy shit!
We got Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan. They closed the game with Kent Bazemore and fucking Avery Bradley in 2021.
Isn't
And
Trevor
didn't
Ariza
they
on
sign
that team?
Avery Brad?
Yeah, but
didn't they sign Avery Bradley?
Ariza's out. Nunn
They
is out.
just si-
Yes,
Avery Bradley just got to the gym.
Like right before the game.
Yeah,
and
right,
he's, and he's closing.
He was working
for him.
Uber.
Well, and isn't Avery Bradley out already?
Am
Am I crazy?
God.
Oh, Trevor's
might
the one
be.
that's.
Trevor's out.
No,
Trevor's
Nunn
out.
is out.
No, but I meant like already like let go. I don't know. I could be wrong about that.
Yo, I was watching I forget what terrible ESPN show, because I was watching Get Up the other day because it was just on in the background while I was working. First of all, that show is nothing but ex-football players yelling at me, and that's just a I don't know why anyone thinks that's a fucking good formula, but they were talking about they need to bench Westbrook for Kendrick Nunn.
Oh
And
my
listen,
God!
I
agree.
I had one of the heartiest laughs of my entire life. Belly laugh, Santa Claus type shit.
I mean, technically,
looking
Russ.
for?
Ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
Ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
Oh.
Oh, I love that Tim gets that shit. Hey, can we checking nobody up in here?
No, but look at it this way. Honestly, Russ probably should run with the second unit.
He should.
Yeah, no, he should.
Because it'll be his unit.
Yes.
But you know what they say? His ego won't let him.
Then they shouldn't have traded for him.
I don't think so.
Thank you.
No, but I'm
First
just
of all-
saying, if it's true, then they shouldn't have traded for him because the idea is to win.
Right.
Stop letting LeBron mold your teams.
Yep.
Because when LeBron makes all the decisions, he just be out here looking for his running mate. Like they brought
LeBron's
Westbrook.
been trying to copy off of Riley's paper ever since he left.
It's like LeBron handpicks the teams that he knows
Yep.
he has to do certain things in order for it to work. Like,
And then he
doesn't-
says we're top heavy or we don't have any depth or no.
But not only that,
Yeah.
the idea is that he, at this point, the only way he is winning is stacking the deck.
Sure, yeah.
So
But
you
the-
just you.
But
It
now
is
if you-
stacks. If you look at literally what they have, if they had other pieces to go with that big three, they
But
would
it's
be
not.
something.
It's stacking the deck in 2014. Like in
No, I'm not gonna-
2020. No, it's
They
a
could
bunch
be
of.
effective.
Listen, if you sign DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard and you coming at me like, oh, look what we did. DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard in 2021? Like,
I
what are
think
we
that-
doing here?
I think just how the Heat aren't
Wild
a regular
Hogs of the
season
NBA.
team,
Right.
like the Heat aren't looking to be a regular season team.
The Lakers aren't either.
aren't really giving a fuck
But
about
no, what I will contend is there's people, the old
These
guys,
old
that
ass
the Heat-
players are gonna have legs in a fight. No, come on.
the old guys that the Heat signed play defense.
Yeah.
Their entire careers. PJ Tucker is a defender. Kyle Lowry is a defender. Markieff Morris is a defender. These guys, Dwayne Dedmon defends. They have old guys that defend their ass off. And Dedmon just looks old. He's not even that old. But they have a bunch of guys that play defense. The Lakers signed a bunch of historically bad defenders and said, hey, bring your old ass over here and play some perimeter defense. Like it's and we look at LeBron, like LeBron does not play defense every possession. They don't have a guy outside of Avery Bradley that plays defense.
He doesn't play it
possession.
every season. Let's be
And
real.
Alf, to your point.
No, but they're not going to be as bad as everybody thinks they are.
I don't think so.
The Lakers?
I don't think so. No, I don't think they're going to be as. Doesn't mean they're winning the championship. I just don't think they're going to be as bad as
I don't think they're
everybody
coming
thinks
close
based
to the
on this
championship.
one game.
I think they.
I think they're playing. I think they're playing material.
I think they'll put on an okay season. I bet. I don't. I am not a believer in this team.
They were
at
playing
all.
material last year, and I think they got worse.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a single athlete, and this is going to sound fucking wild. They don't have an athlete as good as Kyle Kuzma on their team.
Yeah. Alex Caruso was an athlete.
They don't have a defender
but
as good as Alex Caruso.
Right.
Because I
but
love
that's
Avery
where
Bradley.
they messed up.
Yeah.
They
Avery
rather
Bradley
have
out there
none.
just moving for no reason sometimes.
Is Caruso their Chalmers?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Very, very that.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. They should have been checking for him.
I have to read this because this just Brian Goins posted Jimmy Butler about Kyle Lowry. I hope that motherfucker knows my daughter's birthday is tomorrow and she needs a really expensive gift. $100,000, Kyle. I ain't fucking around. That right there, it just warms my heart. After it makes me so happy. Like these aren't pieces that are just like thrown together. Sometimes you throw pieces together and you get the best player out there, but they're not going to vibe, but this and that. No, they love each other. These guys love each other. This is big. Like they emotionally they gel, physically they gel. They're just a gelatinous fucking beautiful culture glob.
They all share the same mentality.
And the team makes it, and honestly, and we're gonna get to my favorite segment, Joey Houshour's 2-minute comedy hour in a second. But
no pressure,
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big believer in the intangibles. Like I like to think that I'm a mix between the numbers and the intangibles. But like they showed that video of Jimmy making fun of fuck them numbers, yes. Of Jimmy making fun of Markieff Morris on the fast break. They played that shit on ESPN, and all the former NBA players were like, that is a team that is 100% locked in and together.
Yeah.
Because, listen, NBA players have egos. We got egos. You know what I'm saying? We don't even make that much money. NBA players got egos, and for them to be able to laugh at themselves and each other shows that they have there's a bond and a trust there. And I think that shit is going to take this team far because they're going to be able to call each other out. Where I think last year there was some tension where Jimmy's calling out Tyler and different things are happening in the locker room and guys are having bad feelings. I think this team, like Brad said, is gelatinous, which is a great word. It also describes Zion Williamson, but it's this team is.
Alf, we've been to New Orleans. We can't talk.
Yeah, well, listen. If I had beignets and fucking etouffee every day, listen.
To your point, Alf,
Don't
I
hit
know
the
we're about to get to Joey. Just like the core group that's been there, and Kyle want to be there, want to play with each other. Markieff talked a little while ago about like how him coming to Miami was something that like they wanted to do, something that has been in the works in a while. And I saw someone tweet something about, I didn't read the story, but like PJ left Milwaukee, who just won a ring, who they felt like they had something like some pieces of chemistry. He left that to come to, this group. So like you said, a bunch of the core guys that have been there want to be there, want to, play with each other. And then the people that came in want to be a part of it too.
Well, they fit. All the pieces fit perfectly. There's no, regardless of what we think of the Lakers, if Russ becomes who Russ was at one point, they still got to work it out. I'm going to act like I don't see that.
Zadarius Williamson is a fantastic.
That's almost racist.
Let's go to Joey Houshour.
Segue.
2-minute comedy hour.
All right, guys, how is it going? I'm feeling a little tipsy. Shout out Jaquan for that single. Did you guys hear about the horse that got in the accident?
No, I didn't.
Don't worry, he's in stable condition. All right, let's keep going. All right. Hey, Ben Simmons, is that a phone in your pocket or are you just happy to see me? Boom, another one. All right. Watching the game today, there was a couple things that I noticed. One of the things that I noticed was the ref cam and how awful and awkward it is. I'm sorry, but on a flat screen, I don't want to see a ref doing this. All right, we're going to do 2 shots. Please, you're not photogenic. I don't want to see you. All right, thanks. Another one, a lot of new Bucks players, okay? I'm seeing a lot of new Bucks players, a lot of last names I can't pronounce. I feel like a lot of their last names look like the alphabet on a refrigerator. You know, the magnets. Together, right? Look terrible. They almost seem not real. I'm gonna do these, I guess. I have a couple of things that I think are gonna happen this year. Some predictions. Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard will average 17 and 16-year-old girls in his hotel room. All right, let's go next one. How we feeling about that one? Let's do one more. You know, we know Kyrie, one of the best scorers, but I know about 2 shots he won't get. All right. Okay, all right. Let's. We're moving on from Kyrie. You know, here's my prediction. I think the Miami Heat are going to win 50 games despite a difficult schedule. This schedule looks rougher than UD's hair. All right. Ooh. All right. Another one. All right.
The audience didn't like that one.
Hey, he must be a pirate. All right. Sorry, Mom. And I guess the last one, you know, Alf brought it up earlier, but I think Alf, I think that Zion will be wearing a waist trainer at some point this year. You know, he wants to be a bad bitch, so let's make it happen. All right, that is it. I'm going to do one more from my actual set. You know, I had a friend try to set me up with a girl. The only thing he would tell me was that she was curvy. The only thing he would let me know was that she was curvy. I went to go meet her. He was not lying. She was curvy. She had scoliosis. All right, take me out.